Can't none of y'all mirror me back. You hear me rap, it's like
Coleman, let's go, boy. The big winner. The big winner in all this is Casey Coleman. Let's go.
All right. I got my coffee. You want to know what's so funny? Like literally 15 minutes ago, my wife is probably on. She's like, how are you doing all these live stream stuff? Like, what's this traintopt.com? Do you own this site? I was like, go to traintopt.com right now, sweetie. I said, Mrs. Todd, go to traintopt.com. She's like, oh, wow. She's like, oh, can I comment on it? I was like, go ahead. I literally was like downstairs sleeping in front of the TV watching Flip or Flop. Y'all, I'm old. I'm old, y'all. I'm old. And I understand that. So thank you all for keeping me young. Thank you for keeping me just energized, man. Here, before we even start tonight, I want to tell you guys something. And this is like real talk. In life, it's so funny because you think that you like all you want is to make a certain amount or have a house or have this or have that. And then you get to the point where you achieve all the things that you've like set your sights out for, right? And you realize that like those things are cool and it's always great to hit goals. I mean, that's fantastic. But gosh, there's nothing better than just giving back. Like I'm seriously, literally, I was downstairs, y'all, and I was just like, ugh. And then now it's just like, I'm so ready. I'm like, where's the coffee? Let's go. We're gonna get it in tonight. All right, so let's who we got? Matt Hodgins. The guy's a winner. He's only been in the course for like 4 or 5 days. I'm digging you, Matt. I'm digging you. Dwayne Haskins, beast. Make sure Gabby's on. I just talked to her. Told her to get her Google account on point so she can chat. Daniel, sorry. We got Kitty all the way from the Bahamas, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. My man, Nate's here at 8. Let's go. All right, guys. I think we're ready, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start talking tonight. I'm going to go through a lot of stuff with you guys tonight. I don't really even think I need the whiteboard. Hey, you guys want the whiteboard? You guys want it? Or I can just talk. Like, this stuff is super important. Joseph, good evening, sir. 9 a.m. Be by your phone. We got a lot to talk about. Let's go. AU is in the house. As I said, look, here, let me tell you this real quick as well. In 2016, I did a lot of speaking at events, and I even spoke at UM and, did a lot of events for different corporations, stuff like that. 2017, I have my live event in Clearwater, which is 4 rooms from selling out, which is crazy. And we haven't even announced it to the true public yet. And I'm going to be at CSM. So those of you that are going to be at CSM, holla at me. But I don't really plan on doing a lot of talking. But I can tell you right now, Andrews University is basically like filling up Smart Success PT. Andrews University's got my attention. Let's get it. All right. We're going in tonight. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Greg Todd. I'm a physical therapist. I've been a physical therapist for the past 16 years. We are launching Smart Success PT this week. When I launch, it is not a time for me to sell y'all on it. You either know I got the goods or you don't. It is time to serve. That is how I've done my career. 16 years in the game. I have served people better than the majority of physical therapists, and that is the reason why I am here today. The reason why I can talk to y'all about the 10 steps to a rock solid PT evaluation is because I have served people better. That is the reason why. That's why I can do this. Why I am here today and I have the time today to be able to do this is because I have served people better. Y'all, I did not know this stuff from day one. I did not. And I done messed up a lot of evals. Man, I remember the first eval. Gabby, I'm glad you're on. I remember the first eval. Oh my God, sweet Jesus. I was so nervous. I was so scared. There was a 14-year-old girl. I think she had some like soccer injury. And I'm here doing all types of stuff on her. I think it was like some patellofemoral stuff. But I'm doing a Lockman's test. And I'm trying to like check her plica. And like, I was like, I don't know. I just felt like if I did like 84 special tests, maybe she would think I'm legit. Oh my God, it was terrible. It was awful. It was awful, y'all. And to be very honest with you, it didn't really get that much better after that. Like, it didn't get better. I thought that the more I documented, the more more manual muscle testing I did, the more, I don't know what the hell I was doing, y'all. It was terrible. And the truth of the matter is that as physical therapists, if we don't understand how to do this, like, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. And you're going to blame, you know, the snow, or you're going to blame the rain is why people cancel. People cancel because you suck. People cancel because I suck, y'all. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to make sure that you don't suck. Like, from day one, we are going to make sure you don't suck. This right here, this lesson that I'm doing is one of the 120 you get in Smart Success PT. But I'm a giving man, so I'm going to give this one out. 10 steps to a rock solid PT evaluation. You have your pen, you have your you have your paper. You have your pen and paper? Your paper? You got it? It's over. It's over. Y'all ready? Pen and paper. Let's go. Let's go. Number one, please plan in advance. Number one, plan in advance, y'all. Eval comes in. Eval comes in the door. 90% of the time, you have the ability to get their information before they actually enter that eval room that you're going to see the person in. I can't tell you how many times I would get their chart. I bring them back. I say, hi, how are you? I'm Greg, blah, 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 whatever. I bring them back. I haven't even looked at what the hell's going on. And then I would say something like this. Because look, I'm just keeping it real tonight. I'd say something like this. Yeah, so what's going on here? You're going to, you're here for your knee. Oh, I'm sorry, your foot. Oh my God. That's terrible. That is so terrible. That's like the worst thing you can do. You have basically just told that patient, oh my God, like you told them that, like, I'm not even prepared. I'm not prepared. You guys, one of the biggest things that I do now is I make sure before we bring that patient back, I've at least looked at what is going on, what body part, not what's on their script, what they say. What did they say is the problem? Think about it for a second, y'all. We got the who, the what, the when, the where. Please write that down. You have the who, the what, the when, and the where. That is your evaluation. The who, the what, the when, the where, you can get before you even see them. 90% of the time, you can get the who is it, what happened, when did it happen, and where did it happen. Now, in the course, we go through like why those things right there are so major key, because that's everything. That's basically everything. So I'm going to tell you guys this. In 2001, yeah. So 2001, I went to the ASMI conference. Okay, so that's American Sports Medicine Institute. It was in Birmingham, Alabama. Have you guys ever heard of a guy named Dr. James Andrews? So Dr. James Andrews is probably one of the most sought after orthopedic surgeons. This guy worked on Michael Jordan, Drew Brees, when Drew Brees ripped up his labrum. He's worked on Bo Jackson, like just the best of the best. Everyone just loves Dr. Andrews. The guy's amazing. And there's all these big time orthopedic surgeons all around, Kerlan Jobe, like all these people. When Dr. James Andrews came into that ballroom, you saw these really like big time names, Kevin Wilk and PT and Mike Reinold and all these people, like basically, Dr. James Andrews here. And all these orthopedic surgeons as well. And he just said, if y'all just listen to the patient, they'll tell you everything. And I tell you guys, with that Southern twang, it has stayed with me for my entire PT career. What I have realized is that their intake form has given me about 80 to 85% of the puzzle. And you can have that done before you even see them. So please be prepared. At least know what you're getting yourself into before you bring them back. That might take 2 minutes of your time. Geez, if you have a clinic that's actually relevant and they actually have online intake forms, you can actually study that beforehand. For me, I have online intake forms. So I would say 8 out of 10 of my patients are filling those out. So before I even get to the clinic, I'm looking at my online intake form. I'm looking at what they've said. I'm totally prepared. So that brings me into number 2. Number 2 is this. Person comes back. They come back, right? And I'm seeing Dwayne. I'm seeing Matt. I'm seeing Trey. This is how I do it. How I do it is I look them in the eye and say, hey, Trey, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, come on. Let's go in the room. Hey, Matt, what's going on, man? Nice to meet you. I'm Greg. I'm a physical therapist. Let's head in the room. Yeah, guys, I dap my patients. I hug my patients. I do. And I can tell you right now, the reason why I have 102 reviews, 5-star, like I don't know what other clinics have that. My other clinic that I'm barely at, they're kind of slacking, but we got 48 over there. The reason why is because everyone has taken on that culture. So you know what that does? The minute that they come in, the minute that they get to see me, these people are scared, y'all. They're scared. We have found it very funny in physical therapy that we are going to say this is physical torture. Like that's like been our marketing brand. Like that ish ain't cool. Like people are scared as hell to come and see you. So the best thing you could do right away, especially if you're a new grad and you're not really good, or you're like in your first clinical or your second clinical, the best thing you could do is at least look the person in the eye and smile. Please don't be this person that's like this. Hey, how you doing? I'm Andrew. No, that's stupid. It's not good. Look the person in the eye, smile at them, and say, nice to meet you. Come on in. Let's take care of some stuff. You guys understand that? Is that making sense to you? Trust me. I'm telling you, you have to understand that the DPT ain't going to take you very far when you're dealing with somebody that's paying you $40. They're hurt. They don't know what the hell you do. Sometimes the only reason why they're seeing you is because their doctor said so. Like it took everything for them to even trust you, and they actually don't trust you, and they just gave you $40. You better get on their level. You know, you guys, I don't know if you ever heard of this. You heard of white coat syndrome? Put it in the chat. Y'all have heard of white coat syndrome? White coat syndrome. White coat syndrome is a real thing. Let me know if you've heard of it. It's a real thing. Real thing. White coat syndrome, my mom has struggled with it for years. Like my mom, she goes into a doctor's office. She goes into a doctor's office. And my mom's blood pressure and her heart rate goes up so much. So every single time that they put on the blood pressure cuff on her, they're like, your blood pressure is like super high. Like, what's wrong with you? And, you know, she's always freaking out. It's because she's so scared. Like, she's scared poopless of these doctors. Like, she's scared. She's scared of them. And, you know, I told her, like I said, Mom, I hugged my patient. She's like, if they just did that, if they just hugged me, I don't know, but I'm just so scared, Gregory. My mom is Jamaican. I'm so scared, Gregory. I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Lord have mercy. Like she's scared, y'all. So it's like, don't do that. Like, just get on their level. Okay, so we're prepared. Now we're on their level. Number 3, acknowledge their problem. And you're going to help them within 5 minutes. Y'all write that down, please, while I put on a little J. Write that down. Write that down. Acknowledge their problem and how you're going to help them. Okay, let me set it up for you. This is how you do it. Samantha, let's just say you come into my office, because I think you do CrossFit, right? I think you do CrossFit. All right. So imagine you come into my office, you got a knee problem, you got patellar tendonitis. Okay, let's just say that's what you have. You come into my office and you have no confidence in me. Like, you just don't know. It's not like you think I'm not going to help you, but the best thing you could do for someone mentally is this. Samantha, look, tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on with your knee, and let's get to the bottom of this. Tell me what's going on with your shoulder so I can start helping you feel better. You do that in the first 5 minutes, and watch how quickly your patient's demeanor changes. It changes. It changes. Acknowledge their problem and acknowledge that you're going to help them. I'm not saying you're going to cure them on the first visit. Just acknowledge that you're going to get to the bottom of it. Casey, look, man, I know what's going on. I hear you with your back. Listen, by the time we finish today, we're going to have a plan for you. Done. Physical therapists don't do that. They don't do that. We sometimes just forget that there's someone else on the other side. They don't know what you do. They don't understand what you're doing. All they need is some type of affirmation that you are going to move in the right direction. It's no different than if you go to a dentist, or you go freaking to get your car fixed, or you have a broke iPad and you have the person looking at it like once they're looking at it, like, you're like, oh crap, they don't know what they're doing. Oh no. If I go into someone and they're like, yeah, we can take care of this. Yeah, we can figure this out. Like, that it automatically just calms me. Like, oh, okay, finally. Like, finally somebody gets me. Like, how easy is that to do? Like, how easy is that to do? Now, you guys see what we're doing here? We're starting to get their attention. We're starting to get their focus. Anyone can do this. Your first clinical, your second clinical, your third clinical. You can do these things from now. And this is going to start to allow you to gain confidence. It's the first thing of course. Of course, it's a service industry, Leora, man. That's it. That's what this is. It's a service industry. We have to understand that. Okay. Number 4. Number 4, y'all, please, pen and paper, please write this down, please. Oh my God. So, okay, you guys want to know how I'm able to have so many online fitness clients and health clients and all the other stuff? All right, write down number 4. Number 4 is this. Push them to find out what their real goals are. Guys, I'm not discrediting PT school. That's fine. You have your SMART measurable goals, your 2-week, your 4-week, your this, your that. Okay, fine. Okay, whatever. Fine. Learn it. Guys, please. People's goals are not to get to 110 damn degrees of knee flexion. That's not the goal. The goal is not to get to 5 out of 5 strength. That is not their goal. That is your goal. Number 4, get down to what their goals really are. Well, I just want to get my knee to bend. Okay, so tell me, Sam, why? Why? Like, what do you want to do? You see, most people don't give a damn about what they want to do. You guys see how in just these first 4 things, like how these people are starting to like, wow, they're turning into a GT fan. You see how like, they're like, this dude really cares about me. Like, he really cares about me. What is your real goal? They're like, no, I just want to get my knee to bend. I just got to get it bent. But why? Like, what were you doing before you had this injury? Well, I've had this injury for 3 years, Greg, and you know, they're starting to open up to me now because they see that I actually care about them. Okay, well, before I used to actually do Zumba back in 2011. Okay, so do you want to get back to that? Is that something that you would be interested in doing? Well, Zumba's kind of phasing out a little bit, but I do want to do, you know, like my friend does CrossFit, so I think I'd like to do that. Okay, so you need to get to what their true goals are. What do they really want? It's never just to raise up their arm. No, they want to be able to, okay, they want to be able to put on their bra, but that ain't no big thing. Okay, what else do you want to be able to do? What do you really want to do? This is where I spend my time, because that, baby, I put in the back pocket. Everything in their entire physical therapy treatment program is based off of getting to that. Everything moving beyond physical therapy is based off of getting into that. They now are like, this guy wants the best for me. 98% of our profession is only concerned with getting to the 120 degrees. And they could give a damn what happens after that. For me, because I spent maybe another minute or two getting that goal from them, well, now it's opened me up to do whatever I want with them. Everything is based off of getting to that goal. So we don't care about insurance anymore. All we're talking about is that goal. Oh, crap, you only had 6 visits with your Aetna? Oh, okay. But remember, we want to get to that goal, because remember, you told me you want to get to that goal. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I do well with building relationships, Will. You're right, baby. That's how it is, y'all. You understand? I want moment of clarity. Moment of clarity. Just moment of clarity. Moment of clarity.
Turn the music up, turn the lights down, I'm in my zone.
This is where I should have a dimmer, right? Moment of clarity, baby. Moment of clarity. Professor didn't tell you that one, huh? You guys have to understand that. You talk about what their goal is. Your biggest job is to figure that out. If you can figure that out and they want to get to here, you know what? I'm going to give you a perfect example. You guys are going to see something. Well, you're not going to see it because I don't target these ads to you. But you guys see my PT ads all day, don't you? Well, guess what? You see my physical therapy builder ads all day. You don't see my PT ads. My PT ads I have running to people in the Tampa Bay area. That's why my clinics are just, they're banging. They're banging. And guess what I have? I have this lady, okay? And don't worry, because I already got her to sign her waiver. She gave us full permission. Her name is Laura Kronk. She goes to my Hyde Park clinic. So I want to tell you guys something. This here, like, and I won't cry. I won't cry when I say this, but this is an amazing story. This is an amazing story of us just doing 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this lady comes to our office and she basically jacks up her ankle, right? During the evaluation, my partner, my business partner, Mike, is talking to her. And when we get to number 4, she actually, and she's overweight. And she says, "Oh, I'd love to run a marathon." In jest, like just totally joking, y'all. She's just totally joking. You don't joke like that with Team Renewal. Mike does this. Like if any of you know Mike goes like this. Mike goes. Mike's my partner for 12 years. He's Greek. He's just like, he kind of like, he goes, huh. It's like, I think we could pull that off in about a year. She goes, whoa. And you're going to see, the reason why you're going to see it is because her video testimonial, she did a video testimonial for us. And she talks about it in there. You know what she said? She's like, it was the first time I felt like someone actually believed in me. Like here I was broken. I was broken. I'm about 80 pounds over where I should be with weight. And this person, I was just joking around. And this guy's like, yeah, we could probably get you there in about a year and a half. That lady's never missed an appointment. That lady ran her first 5K 6 months ago. She's running a 15K Gasparilla with me next month. She's set up to do her first half marathon in September. And she's going to be doing a Disney marathon in January. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I gave you volume after volume on my work, so you can feel my troops. I built the dynasty by being one of the realest niggas out. Way beyond the reason I can't cap my shit.
That's how I built the dynasty, baby. Being one of the realest out. Just remember that. That's what you guys have access to every single goddamn day. These people need your help. You're getting access to broken people every day, all day. And you're just going to treat them like a 4+ out of 5. And when they get to that, they're done. You're going to treat them like they've got 8 visits through Optum Health and then they're done. That's all they are to you. I don't know. If you ask me, I'd say that's insurance stereotyping. Shoot, I think that's as bad as you saying, oh, that's a black person. I'm not going to treat that black person. No, that's a white dude. I'm not going to treat that white dude. You're basically saying, oh, you got Medicare. You only have 18 visits. Deuces. No, that's not how it works. Come on now, y'all. Don't get me started. I want to stay happy. I want you to ask them this. Remember now, you notice how from number 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're just at a subjective, right? Number 5, I want you to ask them this. Is there anything else you want to let me know that I haven't already asked you? I leave nothing unturned. Nothing. 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 Nothing unturned. What else? And you know how I grade myself from 1 to 5? I grade myself because you're like, damn, I think you asked me everything. So when you get good, so look, I'm teaching you guys these things tonight. Okay, now it's time for you to master this, okay? Like when you get good, you're going to master this. Because yes, I do my evals. I have an hour for my evals. I don't use a whole hour, but I do. But honestly, I can do 1 through 5 in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I can. But you better start to, Chelsea, start to do this. Let's go. Because you're going to have these bad habits. You're there, no, I got to get 4 minus out of 5. Oh my God, I gotta do an athlete scratch test. Oh, geez. You're not looking at the person, man. Come on, ask them these questions. Is there anything else that I forgot to ask you that you want to let me know? That's number 5. Okay, so now number 6, we're actually finally getting into the evaluation. Now we're going to actually do objective. Okay, but we're not there yet. Number 6, we're going to say, look, I want to give you an overview of what I'm going to do. I just want to tell you what I'm going to do. People are scared, y'all. They are scared. Like, oh my God, this person's going to... Remember now, the only reason why they're coming to see you, it's like your clinic, the place you work at is like a club, right? You know how you have a cover charge at a club? Okay, the only way they're coming to see you is if they're broken. Trust me, nobody's coming to see you if they're feeling good. So they are scared. So you just got to let them know, okay, this is what we're going to do. Just give them a nice little background, like nothing crazy. Like, okay, I'm going to check your motion. We're just going to have you bend forward. Just do it in layman's terms. Bend forward, bend backwards. I just want to see if everything that you said adds up to everything that I'm seeing. And then we're going to put it all together. Done. Understand that. Write it down, please. I'm only saying this once.
Standing at the tabernacle, rather the church, pretending to be hurt, wouldn't work, so a smirk was all on my face. Like, damn, that man's face is just like my face. So, Pop, I'll forgive you for all. So
that's how I do it. I give them a brief overview of this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. You cool with it? You cool? You cool? That's it. Post-op ACL, first day, person's feeling like butt. Like, let them know what you're going to do. Okay, Tony, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take off the bandages. I'm just going to inspect the area, make sure everything looks straight. And then after that, we're just going to make sure that we can bend the knee just a little bit. Is that cool? Is that okay? They're just like, oh, like by number 6, they're like, yo, is this guy like my adopted brother? Like, this guy, he's just so damn cool. That's how I do it. All right, so now I do my evaluation. Here, let me put this down. I do my evaluation. Go ahead and I do my little thing. I check everything, make sure everything's good, blah, 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 blah. As I said, I just do the bare minimum. I do the bare minimum. I understand they're teaching what they want to teach in school. That's fine. But at the end of the day, when somebody's paying you $40, $50, I'm in the customer service business, y'all. I know I'm a physical therapist, and I do physical therapy. But I got to make sure that my customers feel amazing. My patients feel amazing. They feel like I got them, like we're straight. GT's got me. So then now, there's a lot of times people are coming in. Look, this is your time. Number 7 is your time to shine, y'all. Number 7 is your time to shine. Number 7 is where you show off the goods. Number 7 is where you bring this bad boy out. That's when you bring this out. That's the explanation. You see, you guys, here's the thing. If you want to know why people are seeing me, why people come to my clinic before they even think about seeing a primary care physician for a musculoskeletal problem, is because I nail number 7. Number 7 is what separates me from everybody else. Number 7 is what should separate you from everybody else. And that's in your ability to explain what's going on to them. There is no one that knows anatomy better than you. There is no one that understands biomechanics better than you. Here's the problem. And I say this over and over and over again. School doesn't teach you how to package it. Like, they don't even address it. They don't even bring it like nothing. They don't do anything with packaging it. So here's the deal. Ready? I'm going to show y'all this. Let me see if I can do this for you guys real quick. Smart Success PT students know this, because Smart Success PT, we put all this in the course. There we go. So what I do is I explain.
So this area right here, that's the top layer of your ligaments. Okay, when I touch,
you hear that? That's actually a patient in the room.
When you usually do anything,
so what I've done is that in Smart Success PT is I've taken 13 of the most common orthopedic conditions that we see in physical therapy, and I've done 5-minute explanations for all of them. So why are my new grads winning? Why are my new grads like 10-year PTs? Well, until they actually figure out what the hell they're doing, they just listen to what I said. And they go in and people are like, holy crap, I didn't know that you guys knew this stuff. Like, nobody's ever explained it to me like that. Look, let me tell you guys something. As a physical therapist, you should be hearing this every single day. No one's ever explained it to me like that. See, guys, that's your USP. That's your unique service proposition. That's what makes you different as a PT. That. When you can explain musculoskeletal conditions in layman's terms to people because you are the expert in it, right? You said you're the expert. That's what y'all claiming. When you can explain it in a way that the common man or the common woman understands it, you're a beast. Understand that. I use this all day long. And once I've done this part, they're like, okay, game over. This guy knows his stuff. This guy knows his stuff. So you're probably like, oh, well, Greg, that sounds cute and that's nice, but you are a 16-year therapist, so calm yourself, Gregory. Calm yourself, Greg. Well, here's the deal, y'all. I have a new grad doing it and destroying it. Broke every single record that I had in a clinic. Your excuse? Follow the steps. I'm giving them to you tonight. She's doing it. That is where you need to spend all your energy on. If you are a student right now, you should be trying to figure out, okay, how the hell do I explain patellar tendonitis? How the hell do I explain lumbar sprain? You need to be going to your mama or your daddy or your uncle or your auntie and saying, look, this is what's going on here. Like, do you understand it? They're like, no, I really have no idea what you're saying. Because you're using like supraspinous, interspinous, ligamentum flavum. Like, see, you done lost them. You lost them, man. You lost them. You need to practice how to explain the 13 to 15 most common clinical conditions. We see the same goddamn thing over and over again, and you still don't know how to explain it. You don't know how to explain it. And look, let's call a spade a spade. I mean, you're in school. You're talking to other people that are experts in it as well. You have to practice that over and over and over again. That's where the value comes. Sprinter, holla at your boy. That's where you're different. You know, for so much of my early career, I used to always struggle, even on the tour. Like, you know, I was one of the very few physical therapists that was traveling with these players. Some had trainers, some had massage therapists. But the reason why, like, people wanted to work with me was because I had answers to questions that freaking made sense. So even though I was on the tour with a few players, there was like 2 males that were top 20, and then there's 2 females that were top 10, and I just used to exchange my time between all of them. But the reason why these other players wanted to work with me is because I could answer questions that you can't fake it if you're a trained, like you can't fake it like that. Like, you just can't. There's certain things that physical therapists know, but I'm able to explain it in a way to where they're like, okay, I'm empowered. I get it. That's number 7, y'all. Number 7 is where you showcase your talent as a physical therapist by bringing out the goods. That's what separates you, guys. That's it. That's what separates you as a PT. That's it. That's what separates you from the primary care physician. Have them try to explain that stuff. Have them try to explain what's going on with a lumbar sprain. They can't do it. They suck at it. Like, they suck. They have no idea. So that's the reason why when my patients come in, like, damn, my doctor couldn't do what you just did. Shit, I'll just see you first. Done. I won. I win. $1 million vocabulary added up to nothing, baby. Sprinter, 8 years in the game. He gets it. First ever Smart Success PT student. Pay him homage tonight. Sprinter, we bow to you, sir. Thank you for supporting me when this wasn't what it is today. Thank you, Sprinter. Love you, homie. Can't wait for you to come to Casa de GT. Margaritas all day, baby. Let's get it. All right. Number 8. Number 8. Does that make sense? I mean, like, I do that all the time. Does that make sense? You see, just because I'm like, yeah, that, like, I can do this over and over and over again, when you are such an expert with something, you sometimes fail to understand, like, this person, like, they didn't go to school for 3.5 years to become a DPT. Like, they haven't been a therapist for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. Like, you're doing this crap all day long. So sometimes even me, like, I'm going through stuff. I might be on my 5th eval for the day, and I'm just like, yeah, so this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And this person's still trying to process everything. So I always make sure I end it by saying, does that make sense? And look, sometimes I did number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 fine, but number 7, like, because you're just so darn good at what you do, sometimes they didn't get it. If you screw up number 7, then you're kind of like screwed. If you don't say, does that make sense to them, then yeah, you did a lot of other things right, but they still don't understand what's going on. And remember, that is the differentiator with you as a physical therapist. You should be able to explain conditions to people in a way that they understand and they're empowered. So I always say, does that make sense? And if they say yes, then I move to number 9. Now, number 9, many of you are going to disagree with. Some of you are going to agree with. I will explain number 9 to you, and then I'm going to give you my justification of why I do what I do as number 9. So number 9 is that I acknowledge that my job is just to create an amazing plan to get them to number 4, their goal. This is what I do. So basically, let's pretend like it's this. Matt, okay, so number 8 was, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Number 8 is, you're asking them, do you understand what I just said in number 7? Do you understand how I explained everything? Okay? If you missed number 1 through 7, you just got to listen to replay, homie. Okay, so number 9. So number 9 here. So listen up. Number 9 is, acknowledge that your job is to create an attainable plan for them to get to their goal. Their goal is number 4. It's to get, Sam, it's to get you to your goal of doing WODs again. It's to get you to your goal of competing in the open. It's to get you to your goal of walking with the grandkids. It's to get you to your goal of running that 5K. It's to get you to that goal of walking a 10K. It's to get you to that goal of getting back on the golf course. That's what my job is. As a physical therapist, that's my job. Okay, now when you're good, you can actually give them the guts of that plan from the first day. Let me explain. I'm going to explain it. The guts of that plan from the first day. You are a physical therapist, damn it. You should be an expert in understanding rehabilitation. Like, that's what you're good at. You should understand rehab. I cannot tell you guys how many physical therapists are amazing at technical skills. Like, they've got these amazing manual skills, but they don't know how to rehab. They don't know that, look, physical therapy should be that I'm protecting the injured area while I am strengthening the areas around it. Like, we have to understand tissue healing. We have to understand how to not load a certain area that is currently in an acute flared stage. We should be able to give people at least the guts of a program. So something like this, so for the first 2 weeks, depending on what's going on with them, we're going to try to calm things down. The next 2 weeks, next 3 weeks, we're going to do this. Then we're going to move to that. Then we're going to move to that. You're not telling them, oh, we're going to do TKEs or we're going to do loaded squats. You don't have to get into the actual meat and potatoes, but give them the guts of it. You are the project manager. You are building the house, which is the patient. You oversee that whole thing. That's what you do. When you guys become good at that, then there's going to be this like you know, Lucky Charms, the cereal, you know, like you got the gold and, you know, little gold thing with the, okay. So when you get good at that, now the floodgates open for you. Now you guys are going to be able to talk about stuff called telehealth because you actually are good at that. But if all you're good at, if you suck at that part and you can't create plans and you can't like manage all of that for patients, well, then you're only going to be good with your actual hands and your manual skills. And that's fine. But you have limited yourself to all the new things that are going on in PT right now. Guys, the reason why like telehealth companies are coming at me like crazy is not just because I'm good with marketing and I'm good at this or good at that. The reason why these companies are coming at me like crazy is because I'm good at this part. I know how, I basically have figured out how to have my worth creating plans for people. I can oversee your plan and my patients respect that. So here's the deal. I don't treat patients anymore. I create the plan for the patients. I oversee them throughout the plan using my phone. I have automated text messaging services. I have email campaigns. I have all that stuff set up. I check on my patients 3 times a week, and I have my staff see them. So how is it that we're able to have cancellation rates under 9%, and I don't see them? Then everybody tell you, no, that's not possible. That's not possible. No, it is. It's because I have my ish together. Because that's what I'm strong at. That's what I make my PTs strong at. So the patients have mad respect for us. They actually are starting to treat us like doctors. Go figure. DPT? We'll let that one sink in. I'm just going to kind of just let that one. You know, you guys think about something for a second. Just think about this for a second. So doctors, like telehealth right now for MDs is $1 billion industry. Actually, it's like a $5 billion industry for MDs. We decided, look, I didn't decide this, okay? Like I didn't decide this. This was what our organization, the APTA, wanted us to move to this Vision 2020 thing, and we want to become DPTs. Right? This wasn't me. Like this was them. They okay, fine. We're gonna be. So why the hell aren't we acting like doctors? Doctors make decisions. Guys, there was nothing called a physician assistant in 1994. Physician assistant was like when I was going to school. That's when it just started. Let that marinate, Sprinter. The reason why there is a physician assistant is because the doctor realized that with insurance changing, they have to do what they are best at, which is directing care. They can't do the blood pressure anymore. They can't, you know, do all that other stuff anymore. They can't do the intake stuff anymore. Back in the day, y'all, doctors used to do all that stuff. So now what the doctor does, the doctor hands that off to the physician assistant, right? Like that's how it works. But here we are, and we're all upset that we're not doing all those things in our arena. Guys, your gift is this. This is what your gift is. Get good at that. Now the whole floodgates open up for you. That's a fair analogy, Matt. That's a fair analogy. You got to know what your strengths are. As a physical therapist, that's what separates you. That's what separates you. At the end of the day, here, look, I know this is uncomfortable, but that's part of my job as your mentor. It's to make you a little bit uncomfortable, but it's to make you think. What can you do that no one else can do? Does a PT get paid more for 4 units of 97110 or 4 units of 97112 than a PTA? Do you? Let's wait. Put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section. Yes or no? Do you get paid more? I'm just interested to know. C'est la vie. He said it. He said it. Reimburse us the same. Gabby said it. I mean, you guys understand now? Do you understand now? Why are you spending all of your time becoming just great in treatment? People can do the same exact treatment as you and we get reimbursed the same. I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying not to spend any time with treatment. All I'm saying is that you have to focus on the thing that separates you. And what separates you is a PTA can't do these things. No one can see the patient for the first time but you. You understand that? That's all yours, baby. It's all yours. So why not get great in that? So yes, I do have a module in the course that's dedicated to clinical, but we are focusing just on this. Everything we're talking about here, I'm making sure that you are primero, numero uno in this, because that is what makes you as a PT. Everything else we can say, okay, even manual stuff. You can say, all right, do my manual stuff. And then you get some damn patient say, oh, I'm going to go to my massage therapist. They can work with me for longer. You're like, well, I have certifications. But at the end of the day, perceived to the patient, maybe they just want somebody rubbing on them longer. Maybe they can't feel the difference with you doing visualization. Look, I'm a manual therapist. I get it. But I'm telling you right now, after 16 years, I finally figured out me different than everybody else. I've worked on that as my strength. Number 10 is you got to give them ways to communicate with you. Now, some of y'all work for dinosaurs and they think Facebook is the devil. They think Instagram is Satan. They don't even know what the hell Snapchat is. They just got a flip phone. And they just started on email. They just started on email. Like they're just on AOL right now. You guys, here's the thing. This is where it's at. If you got good at the things that I talked about with you today, and your main gift was overseeing people, then you can actually use this. See, there's companies out there now that have HIPAA compliant platforms for you to communicate with your patients. Dial-up. They're hitting DSL, Gabby, hard. They're not on that fiber optic yet. 2025, they're hitting fiber optic. Whatevs. You guys, this is where it's at. So the truth is that if I've done all those things right, I have a patient that trusts me. They know I got them. There was a day, I don't know, it's probably about 4 weeks ago. Yeah, so like 4 weeks ago, my wife and I just took off a little bit of a, yeah, that AOL dial-up sound was good. Hey, did y'all used to do the AOL chat rooms? Are you guys too young for that? You too young for that? You want to know what GT's name was in the AOL chat rooms? Papa Lovin'. Let's go. PAPALUVN. Woo! We was getting it. I know, I'm like dead serious, y'all. Papa Lovin'. Me and my boy Kamal. Oh my God. My goodness. Papa Lovin'. Damn, man. AOL chat rooms was dope back in the day. You used to be like a Saturday night, man. You're like, yo, we going to the club? No, AOL chat rooms tonight. Let's get it. Papa Lovin'. Oh my gosh. I got to tell you guys this real quick. Okay. Man. So there's this girl I met on the AOL chat rooms. It's just crazy how times have changed. So my friend and I met this girl, and her name was Sexy Black 777. Oh my God. And we went to like the ghetto. Like we were so enamored by talking with this person. We thought we fell in love with her or something like that. Went to like the ghetto. I was like, what the hell is going on, man? I was like, man, I got to get off this AOL thing, man. Like 2 years later, like, thank God I don't have to do this AOL thing anymore. 7. You guys have that against me. That's fine. But anyways, getting back to this, you guys, we have to use this. So the truth is, Alex, that's so funny. The truth is that, yeah, like a month ago, I went to Universal Studios, like on a random Thursday. So we spend 4 days down at our beach home, and sometimes like we don't bring the kids. It's just us. And like after this launch, I'm going to do that. We spend 4 days and we go down there, but we decided let's go to Universal Studios one day. So I woke up early. I did all my work for the office and the clinic. We left around 12 o'clock. Universal Studios is about an hour and 20 minutes away. We went there, and while I was at Universal Studios, I communicated with 13 patients. It literally took me about 13 minutes. So I want to tell you all that because my patients find value in me answering questions for them, because that's what I can do as a physical therapist better than anyone else. I literally am not competing against any other profession. I'm not. It's just because I have decided to make these 10 things my priority. Does that make sense to you all? Now go ahead if you have any questions.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son.
I got 99 problems. Eval ain't one. You should know it now. And eval shouldn't be a problem. If you have questions, throw them below.
If you don't like my lyrics, you can press fast forward. Got beef with radio if I don't play they show. They don't play my hits, so I don't give a shit. Rap man trying.
You guys, this is where it's at. If you guys feel as though you're just like, I'm so frustrated. Look, this profession is amazing. This profession is absolutely amazing. But you got to direct your energy in the right area. I can tell you right now, if there's anything I would do, is I would make sure that I am strong at the things that I'm not competing with anyone else in. Your biggest strength as a physical therapist needs to be that. The treatments, all that other stuff, totally fine. But that's not where you put all your energy and your efforts. Get good at that. That's it. Okay. Do you bill for phone time with patients? Well, I'll tell you a few things about that. Number one is for my patients in the clinic, no. If you are currently being seen in the clinic, I don't bill for that time. Remember, I'm not talking to them on a phone. We're texting. We're not talking on the phone. Now, there are some people that I've been doing telehealth stuff since 2004 on a tour. So whenever I get on Skype or Zoom, or now that I'm using the BlueJay platform, the real telehealth platform, yeah, then it's a charge. But because I'm so strong in this area, I can usually like figure out most people's problems with that. Now, most people are still coming into the clinic, but I can tell you guys this, BlueJay Engage, like they're setting people up with VR, like they're moving them and it's doing all the measurements for us. Like that's what's coming out. Medicare has already approved telehealth for physical therapists. Like they're doing it. As I said, regardless of if you're ready for it or not, they don't care because all they care about is saving money. Like they could care less about what you want to do. I mean, it's just the way it is. So you're not going to be able to embrace this. You're not going to be able to do any of those things if you don't know that. Like you can do that. If you don't get good in saying, hey, all right, patellotendinitis. Okay, like, what are the things that people need to stay away from? Okay, all right. So then after they can do this, what should they be able to do after that? Like, if you don't know rehab and what are the steps, then you can't do this properly. Unfortunately, in school, they're not teaching you that stuff. So that's why it's like at some point, you're going to have to learn it. At some point, you're going to have to be able to say, okay, like, I got to nail this. Because if you don't get that, then you can't do this. Like, you're like, no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, because you can't do it right now. But if you can learn that stuff, then people start, the patient starts to change. Like, that's the reason why. Like, if you guys follow me, if you're Facebook friends with me, you see, like, a lot of my patients, they'll just say, they'll like put on my thing, like, Greg, I need to speak to you. You know, got a little problem or this and that. These are people that I haven't seen in like a year or 2 years or 3 years. It's because they look at me as their primary care provider for musculoskeletal care. Because I have answers for them. It's not that I've been preaching, oh, Vision 2020 patients. They don't give a damn about that. All they care about is themselves. Who can answer my questions the quickest? You or Dr. Smith? Greg can. I'm going to Greg. And so that's the reason why I say, all of you, like if you're new grads or your students, could you open up a practice out of school? You sure damn can. Of course you can. But you got to know this stuff. There's many people out there that need this stuff. They need it. They need it. You're welcome, Tala. You're welcome, Amanda. You guys, you're just going to have to learn this. You're going to have to learn this stuff, or you're going to feel like you're climbing a slippery slope. It's just very difficult. It's very hard. You're competing against places wanting to phase out PTs and put in PTAs. You're competing against yourself and the trainer. You're in groups and you're complaining that this person's doing what you should do. No one can do a physical therapy evaluation. Only you can. Get good at that. They're just gone. Poof. You have no more problems. Well, you got 99 problems, but not eval problems. And you've got your career figured out. Hey, Will, are we doing it? You guys want a GT University? GT University. Evaluate one, say la vie. We getting it, boy. We're getting it. YouTube's going to take this video down. They're going to take this down. Hey, I said this would be available on replay. This thing is gone. I got Jay-Z on here. It's done. Hey, until we had GT University, Smart Success PT, let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, who's coming to the webinar on Saturday? Webinar on Saturday. That's how I'm finishing out the week. After that, y'all get nothing. After that, y'all get nothing. I'm sorry. I got to take care of my season 3 students for the next 2 months and then beyond. But, you know, look, here's the thing, and I want to tell you guys this. You guys have to understand this. I want you to see this is like how a week of promotion, how this goes with me. Let me tell you guys something. If you aren't goddamn proud of what you do, then you can't promote it. You can't. I mean, you can't. I'm proud of what I do. I know that what I've done in my 16 years as a physical therapist, like, yes, I've made a lot of money. Yes, I've made an amazing life. But what I've done has been very admirable. Did I have anybody leading me a huge part of the way? No. No. Now I look at it, I'm like, man, I paved the way for myself, but I didn't trample anybody down. Like, I have a lot of sweet relationships along the way. And I see what patients are looking for long term, y'all. Like, that's why I'm trying to train y'all to do this. Like, seriously, man, I don't need your money, y'all. I don't. I really don't. I don't. But exactly how I've done it is exactly how I'm doing it with Smart Success PT, how I'm doing it with all of y'all. I give, and I expect nothing in return. Tonight was fantastic. Look, I don't know how many people are on. Last time we had 380 people on Tuesday. Maybe we have more on tonight. Look, less than 10% of y'all going to be in my course. And my heart is filled with gratitude right now to be able to help y'all, because at least you have somebody directing you. Your professors don't know a goddamn thing about this because they're not in the real world. I do real world physical therapy. I built a business with real world people. This ain't fake, y'all. I ain't working on another student. I'm working on hurt, broke people. Okay? This is real. This is the real stuff. This is not any type of, oh my God, we're in lab. Oh, that hurts. Like, no, I deal with the real people. This is real life-ish. I'm dealing with people that are broke. People that only got $60 to their name, and you're asking for $40 from them, and then you wonder why they don't show up. Oh, they don't think therapy is. No, you suck. Get your act together. Follow the 10 things. Let's get it. I want to give back, y'all. I want to give back. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be in the position that I am right now. And if I am in this position, if 16 years ago you can say, yo, I'm in this position, you could be in this position where you could have a 7-figure business. You don't even work there. You have 24 employees. You have people that love you, that they just love you. They think of you as their father or their bigger brother. I have one of my employees said to me, Greg, I know you're having a busy week to launch, but if you come out of office, I'll make you a cup of coffee. Like, man, I like this, and the least I can't do is just give back to y'all. You feel like the way that I've done it is a way you want to do it, then get on my gravy train. Like, let's go. I'm trying to teach y'all. And you can't blame your professors because you signed up for it. Like, this is what you signed up for. They're preparing you to pass the boards, just like what Matt said. Like, that's what they're preparing you to do. And that's all they're going to do. And after that, you pass the boards. They feel like they did their job. The problem is that it's a lot more money to pass your boards than what it was 16 years ago. So I'm trying to teach y'all how to win big in this profession. Win big. And we're seeing it over and over and over and over again. You don't have a course that goes from 0 people to over 100 people. You don't have that if it's not working. This is real world PT, y'all. That's it, man. That's it. And you want to know what is so amazing? Let me tell you something, Samuel. Let me tell you what's so amazing. What's so amazing is that someone has to do it. Do this. Someone has to step up. So guess what? Samuel now, guess what he's going to be? Guess what he's going to be in 10 years? He's going to be doing what I'm doing. Guess what Dwayne Haskins is going to be doing in 10 years? It's going to be Dwayne Haskins University featuring Gabby. Let's go. That's how it's going to be. Someone has to step up. Someone has to stop this bleeding. Someone has to do it. Someone has to say, all right, you know what? I can't go around to every single university in America, but y'all can come to me right now. Traintopt.com. Let's go. Someone has to do it. Someone has to say, look, it's okay for me to get out there. Who cares if there's haters or whatnot? So there's other people that are like, yo, it's okay. Because I see how GT handles it when he has a hater. So I'm going to do the same thing too. Look at Will Boyd. Homeboy doesn't have 1 podcast. He has 2. I'm telling you right now, go subscribe to it. 2 Nobodies and Breaking Student Debt. Let's go, boy. Smart Success PT. That boy's in season 3. Someone has to do this. Someone has to step up. So guess what? This whole PT problem, it's gone in 10 years. It's gone in 10 years. It just took me to be able to start this. And it's not just me. Jeff Moore, another beast in the game. Ben Fung, doing his thing. There's a lot of people out there that are trying to do the right thing for y'all now. I've just decided to put my energy to y'all. Why? Because I know that, look, I already know there's only going to be about 5 to 10% of you that are about it and ready to go. But still, the 95% of you still need to hear my message. And I don't need your money. If you ain't willing to give me my money, you're going to only get so much of GT's time. Those of you that do, you already know how it is. You already know that I'm giving you a lot. But you still need my help. You still need my help. So I'm willing to do it because I put myself in that position. I've made it in this profession. So now it's time for me to give back. Thank you guys so much. I want to see every single one of you on my webinar. It's going to be Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be talking about the 5 keys to being a top physical therapist in 2017. I'm not talking about being a physical therapist in 2004. You can go talk to your boss about that one. No, I'm talking about 2017, how we're killing the game today. I'm going to do that on Saturday at 1 p.m. You guys have a blessed night. Thank you so much. You got it, man. Joseph, I'll talk to you at 9 a.m. in the morning. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Love you all.